Take a deep inhalation. Bring the arms alongside the ears.
Today from beautiful sunny Sanur, Bali.
My name is Jessica Dinan and I'm a local yoga teacher here in Red Deer, Alberta, and today I'd like to lead you through a low mobility yoga class. So if you are someone who has a bit of trouble getting up and down from a yoga mat, up and down from the floor, then this is a great yoga practice for you. We're going to do the majority of our yoga practice today in a chair, so just make sure that you have a chair that's comfortable to sit upon, but not one that kind of envelopes you and makes it easier for you to not sit in a nice upright, good postured stance. So to start off with, the most important thing to remember about yoga is that it should never be painful. So if during the course of our practice today you have experienced any pain, that's your body's way of telling you that maybe you've taken it a little too far for today. Perhaps you're pushing yourself a little bit more than you need to be. So just be kind to yourself, be compassionate, and always remember that I am just a guide, and if you need to modify what I'm leading you in, please feel free to do so. And I will give some modifications as we go along. To start off with, I'd like to invite you to join me in some deeply relaxing, de-stressing breathing. So it's a great way to get centered, to arrive for your yoga practice, and we'll just make sure that we're sitting up nice and tall in our chair, taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, and then letting it out through the mouth nice and slowly. Another deep breath in, and letting it out nice and slowly. And deep breath in. We'll do that 2 more times. Another deep breath in. If you're feeling really relaxed, you can even let a little sigh out the mouth as I just did for the last one. Deep breath in. It's amazing what a simple act that is, but how relaxing it can be for your mind, for your heart, for your central nervous system. So from here, I'll lead you through a little bit of a warm-up. We're going to start at the top of the body and work our way down. So I'd like to invite you to take a little neck release with me. So we're going to take our left hand and the middle finger of our left hand, we're just going to place to the center of our ear on the opposite side of the head. So the arm kind of wraps around you. And then taking a nice deep breath in. On your exhalation, just allow that hand to grow a little heavy, just to guide your left ear towards your left shoulder. So we're not pulling or tugging on the head, we're just gently guiding that ear over towards the shoulder. And then just hold here for a breath or two. And just notice how that feels. With your next inhalation, just lifting the head back to center, softly releasing your hand back down. And then we'll do the same thing other side. So take the middle finger of your right hand, and just place it to the center top of your ear. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, just softly releasing that right ear towards the right shoulder, holding there for a breath or two. And maybe observing how that feels on this side in relationship to how it felt on the first side. And then with your next inhaling breath, gently and slowly bringing the head back to center, releasing your arm back down. And from here, we'll do some gentle shoulder shrugs. So we're going to inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale them down the back. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, roll the shoulder down the back. One more time. Inhale, shrug, and exhale them down the back. Very good. And then we're gonna do some wrist opening. So just stretching your right hand out in front, point your fingertips up towards the ceiling or as close to as you can get them. And then just gently taking the left hand, placing it towards your palm and just guiding those fingers gently and softly back towards your face. So don't yank, don't tug on them, just to get a little soft opening through the bottom of your wrist there. Very good. Remember to breathe, always breathing through each yoga pose that we take. And then on your next exhalation, pointing the fingertips down and doing the same thing, just gently guiding your hand, your fingers back towards you. Now we're opening through the top of the wrist. And breathing, nice deep breaths in, cleansing breaths out. And releasing that, and just give your hand a little shake out. You can make some circles in either direction. This is really good for carpal tunnel, these exercises. So if you struggle with that, or if you just struggle with sore wrists naturally, these are good exercises to help with that. So other hand, pointing your fingertips straight up towards the ceiling, taking the right hand to just gently guide the palm and the fingers back towards your face, being gentle, observing if maybe you need to be a little more gentle on this side than you were the first side. And then on your next exhalation, pointing the fingers down, and again, just guiding that hand back towards your body. Breathing. And then on your next exhalation, just softly releasing that, shaking the hand out, maybe making some circles in one direction and the other. Very good. And then from here, we're going to inhale our arms up kind of into a cactus shape. So we look like a robot or a cactus. I call this cactus arms. And we're just gonna lean our heart forward so that the arms come a little bit further behind us and we feel our shoulder blades squeeze together on our back. And then as we exhale, we're gonna wrap our arms around ourselves and just dip our chin towards our chest. Inhale to open up, press your heart forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back, cactus arms. And then exhale, round the back and wrap your arms around yourself in a nice hug. One more time, inhale, open up. And exhale to give yourself a hug. And then inhaling to roll back up. And then from here, we're working our way down the body. So we're gonna work our way into the hips now. Maybe just softly holding the sides of your chair, of your seat, and making sure that you're perhaps sitting a little closer towards the edge. Your back is not up against the seat back. And then we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up, and then exhale it out to the side. I call this the fire hydrant, because you kind of look like a dog next to a fire hydrant. Inhale your leg back in and exhale the foot down to the floor. So we'll do this other side. Inhale, the foot up comes off the floor. Exhale to open the knee out to the side. That's where the hips come in. Inhale back to center and exhale to lower. So we'll do this one more time. Inhale up with the right leg. Exhale out. Inhale in and exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale out, inhale in, and exhale down. Perfect. And then you can maybe give the legs a little shake here. And from here, if your feet are lifted up off the floor, I'll ask that you keep them lifted off the floor. And if you haven't lifted them yet, go ahead and lift those feet up off of the earth. See if you can engage a little bit of your abdominal muscles here so you're keeping your back away from the seat still. And you can stay holding on to the seat if that helps with your balance. And then from here, we're just going to flex our feet and then point our toes, flex and point, flex and point. One more time, flex and point. And then just relax your feet. We're going to maybe take a gaze down at our toes and we're gonna see if we can stretch them out. I call this monkey feet. See if you can make your feet look like that of a monkey, spreading your toes as wide as you can, and then relaxing. One more time, spread them as wide as you can. Maybe notice if they look different, and then relaxing. And then you can just shake them out and release them back down to the floor. When you bring your feet back down to the floor, bringing them about hip distance apart, and just ensuring that you're still sitting up nice and tall. You're not leaning against your chair back, but you're activating your core muscles and your back muscles to keep you sitting up nice and tall. And then from here, we're going to come into a little bit of a side stretch. So we're going to inhale our right arm alongside our ear. And then on our exhalation, we're just going to hinge over towards the left. So if you feel at all unstable in your chair, you can hold on with the left hand underneath your seat back. And then inhaling back up to center, releasing that arm down, maybe bringing that right hand now to clutch the seat back, or the seat bottom, I should say. Inhaling the left arm up and exhaling to hinge over towards your right. So we're stretching through the left side body. And then inhaling to come back up and exhaling to release your hand. We're gonna bring both hands to the tops of the legs, maybe to the tops of the thighs or closer to the knees, whatever is most comfortable for you. And then we're going to come into a cat-cow position. So we're going to inhale, lean the upper body forward, point the heart forward, point the chin forward. And then as we exhale, we're gonna round the back. So we inhale and we come forward. The elbows come together or come towards the sides of the body to point back. And the heart and the chin point forward. And then as we exhale, we round our back and tuck our chin towards our chest. Inhale to come up. And exhale to round. Very good. And then inhaling just to come back up to center. And from here, we'll counteract our little back bend that we just did with a seated forward fold. So taking a nice deep breath in, sitting up nice and tall. And then as we exhale, we're gonna run our hands down our legs and fold. So you can fold, maybe your hands come right down to the floor. Maybe they just come onto your shins or your ankles. You can come wherever you need to here. Holding here for a breath, maybe even letting your head hang. And then inhaling to work your way back up. Very good. And so now we'll come into a seated variation of pigeon pose. So we have a few different modifications we can take with this pose. The least intense stage would be to cross your right ankle over top of the left one. And then on your exhalation, we're gonna lean forward. If that doesn't really feel, if you're not feeling anything in your right hip through doing that, you can hold onto your pant leg and just press the ankle about mid-shin into your left leg. And then again, exhale to fold. And if that's still not doing much, you can bring your left ankle just on top of the right knee. This is the most intense variation. You'll really feel something into your right hip here. So right ankle onto the left knee, inhaling and exhaling to fold. So choose the option that works best for you and see if you can hold it for 1 or 2 breaths. Very good, very good. Remember to breathe. Observe the stretch in your hip. And with your next inhalation, lifting back up, releasing your leg from whichever modification or variation you are in. And then whatever we do on one side in yoga, we must always do on the other side for balance. So now we're going to take a similar variation. Start at the lowest stage with crossing the left ankle in front of the right one to start. See how that feels, as quite often our 2 hips are not equally balanced. One is usually tighter than the other. Maybe holding on to your pant leg, pressing the ankle into the shin, or coming to the highest variation with the left ankle just on top of your right knee. And then deep breath in, sitting up nice and tall. As we exhale, we just hinge at the hips ever so slightly to fold only as far as we feel comfortable over our legs. Holding here for a breath. And then inhaling to come back up, gently releasing the left foot from whatever variation it was in. And then we're gonna walk our feet a little further apart. So we're taking a wider stance here. You might have to shimmy your sit bones a little closer towards the edge of the seat. Just be careful that you still feel grounded and stable in your chair. And we're going to come into a yoga posture that's traditionally done standing, but we're going to take the seated variation today. So this one is called Warrior 2. So we're gonna keep our right knee bent, and we're gonna kind of stretch out our left leg as much as we can. It doesn't have to be totally straight. You can have a soft bend in your knee. And then we're gonna bring our hands together in front of our hearts. And as we exhale, we're gonna fan out our arms to about shoulder height on either side of us, and then we're gonna turn and look out over our right fingertips. So feel your shoulder blades squeeze together on your back. Spread your fingertips wide here, engage your arms, and feel your feet rooting you down into the floor. With your next exhalation, just bringing the hands back together at your heart, bend your left knee and straighten out your right leg. So now we do our Warrior 2 opposite sides. And then on your exhalation, again, fanning out your arms to about shoulder height, and then this time gazing out over the left hand. So you're gazing the same direction that your bent knee is. Again, fanning out your fingers, squeezing your shoulder blades together a little bit more firmly on your back, and remembering to breathe. Always remember to breathe. And with your next exhalation, head comes back to center, hands come back to center. You can bend your right knee and just guide softly your feet back together. And our last pose before we come for relaxation is going to be called a seated spinal twist. So we're just going to come to sitting nice and tall in our chair once again. Make sure you haven't leaned back into your seat. And then we're going to take the left hand to the outside edge of our right knee, and our right hand is going to come to the seat back. We're going to inhale up nice and tall, and as we exhale, we twist. So we always twist on our exhalation. And this is because it's really difficult to twist when your lungs are full. Much more easily do you twist when your lungs are empty. And then you can look towards the right or maybe back over your right shoulder if that's okay for your neck. Holding here for a breath. And on your exhalation, once more coming back to center, we bring the right hand across the body now to take the spinal twist on the opposite side. The left hand comes to the back of the seat. Inhale up nice and tall. Exhale to twist. So now we're twisting towards the left. And we're using our core muscles. We're using the strength of our spine. We're not using the arms to wrench ourselves into the posture. Just come only as far into the twist as feels comfortable for your back, how it is today. Breathing here. Always make sure you can still breathe in your twist. And then on your exhalation, softly coming back to center once again. And then for final relaxation, you're welcome to come to lying down on your bed, on a couch. If you can get down to the floor and have a yoga mat, you're welcome to come lying flat on your yoga mat. If lying flat on your back doesn't work for you, or maybe you have a cough and you find that makes the cough worse, you can lay on one side or the other and just cradle your head with your arm or use a pillow, or you're welcome to stay in your chair and maybe just lean back on your seat back finally. Maybe close your eyes and just breathe. Perhaps bringing a subtle smile upon your lips, giving yourself a little bit of gratitude for the work that you did today, for your body. And then you're welcome to stay there for as long as you like, maybe muting the television so that the noise won't disturb you, and just focus on your breathing, soften all of your muscles, and just relax and enjoy the stillness and the peace that comes with relaxation. I hope you're feeling well and happy in body, mind, and heart, and I hope to join you in some yoga again soon. Namaste.